Hi. Okay, thank you. Hi, I'm Chika Tada, Associate Professor of Tohoku University. Today, I will talk about the study of anaerobic digestion of recycling waste from the agricultural field and food waste. Next, please. So, introduction. The amount of organic waste is in the world is huge, so the effective utilization of this biomass is required. The anaerobic digestion is not yet. Anaerobic digestion is one of the effective utilization for organic waste because anaerobic digestion makes the bioenergy and digested liquid as liquid fertilizer. However, lignocellulosic biomass and oily waste is difficult to degrade by usual microbes. So this biomass is not utilized much. And digested liquid also is not used enough. So we are studying three issues. First, one is degradation of lignocellulosic biomass effectively. And two is degradation of oily waste under anaerobic conditions. And three is to control plant disease using digested liquid. Next slide show, please. So firstly, I will talk about the degradation of lignocellulosic biomass. In Japan, amount of non-edible parts are 14 million tons. These biomass have not been used effectively. That is why it is required to make energy from these biomass. However, the stems and leaves of the non-edible parts are composed of cellulose and hemicellulose and lignin, difficult to decompose efficiently. In this study, we used cattle lumen fluid to degrade cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin, but lumen fluid were because lumen fluid are disposed in the slaughterhouse, and it contained much microbes who can degrade cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. Next slide shows. First, we try to degrade paper sludge. Paper sludge discharged from the waste paper recycling process contains a high level of lignin and ash. It is not hydrolyzed effectively during anaerobic digestion. In this study, we investigated the effect of the pretreatment with lumen fluid on paper sludge and on the methane fermentation process. Next slide. Materials method. A paper sludge was added to the 180 milliliter of lumen fluid and treated under anaerobic conditions 37 degrees Celsius for 6 hours. For comparison, we prepared lumen fluid and paper sludge added water. And these conditions was treated with lumen fluid after solution was added to the anaerobic fermentation. So we compared the production of methane gas from each bottles. Next slide show, please. The result of production of methane from paper sludge with or without lumen treatment. Left graph shows the cumulative of methane production. The highest methane production from the paper sludge with lumen fluid treatment. So we calculate methane derived from paper sludge. We know that methane gas production from paper sludge with treatment using lumen fluid was 12 times higher than that without treatment. Next slide, show, please. So similarly, we tried to tomatoes leaves were treated with lumen fluid for 24 hours. We can see that dissolved COD was increased with tomato leaves. So the dissolved organic matter from tomato leaves was 440 milligram. It means that 16.9% of tomato leaves that were dissolved. So these results, it was found that the treatment with lumen fluid can degrade lignocellulosic biomass and increase rate of methane production from the materials. Next slide show, please. So next, I will study about the, I will talk about the oily waste, especially oleic acid degradation and anaerobic digestion. Oleic acid is contained wastewater from slaughterhouses. The concentration of that is so high. However, some bacteria, for example, Symptorophomonas, can degrade oleic acid only under symbiotic relationship with hydrogen consumer, for example, hydrogenotrophic methanogen. Next slide show, please. So we cultured microbial communities for degradation of oleic acid. We collected 2 wastewater and 1 digested liquid and cultured with food waste which contained much LCFA for 110 days under 35 degrees Celsius. So these liquid we called seed A, B, C. So these seed were used for the anaerobic digestion to treatment oleic acid. Next slide show, please. So this is a result of the methane production from oleic acid. So in the case of seed C, the production of methane was 5 times higher than that the others. Next slide shows, please. At this time, we checked the concentration of LCFA. Upper side graph is control, and the downside graph is with seed C. The concentration of oleic acid in control, the concentration was not decreased until 2 days. On the other hand, in the case of seed C, oleic acid concentration decreased. So oleic acid was degraded faster in anaerobic digestion with seed C than that in without seed. Next slide show, please. So let's see the number of the Symptorophomonas which degradable LCFA before and after treatment. The number of Symptorophomonas in treatment with seed C was higher than the others. In addition, please next slide. In addition, the number of archaea as methanogen also highest in the seed C conditions. So these results considered in conditions with seed C, Symptorophomonas and methanogen were coexisted. That is accelerate to degrade oleic acid. Next slide shows, please. So I think we investigate what kind of methanogen coexist with Symptorophomonas. So we checked the 4 types methanogen, 2 types hydrogenotrophic methanogen, methanomicrobials, and methanobacterials. Another one is acetoclassic methanogen, methanosalcina, and methanosciota. And we check the Symptorophomonas as methanogen, we know the Syntrophmonas and methanomicrobials showed similar increase and decrease trend, suggesting that they may coexist. Next slide show, please. So, our microbial communities, seed C contained many Syntrophmonas degrading LCFA and hydrogenotrophic methanomicrobials that coexist with it. It is considered that these microbes were contributed to degraded oleic acid rapidly. Finally, we talk about the digested liquid to control plant disease, Ralstonia solanacearum. Next slide, please. Ralstonia solanacearum is infects 200 species of plants, and it is difficult to remove in soil contaminated. So we try to control this disease using digested liquid. First, we try to use 3 kinds of digested liquid from of cattle manure, vegetable, and various waste. Next slide, please. So we use these digested liquid to isolate of antagonistic bacteria to Ralstonia solanacea. First, we spread the digested liquid onto the medium, and after that, Ralstonia solanacearum spread on the colony, and we checked the inhibition zone. So next slide, please. The result, the number of isolated bacteria which show the inhibition zone. We can find the inhibition zone from digested liquid of cattle manure and vegetable. However, we could not find the inhibition zone digested liquid from various materials. Next slide show, please. And size of inhibition zone by isolated bacteria. Please, next slide. The size of inhibition zone of isolated antagonistic bacteria varied. The largest inhibition zone was radius 22 millimeter. So next slide show, please. Digested liquid from cattle manure and vegetable investigated this time were included antagonistic bacteria against Ralstonia solanacea, but digested liquid from various materials was not. Please, next slide. Therefore, these results suggested that digested liquid derived from cattle manure and vegetable may be effective in controlling Ralstonia solanacearum, but it is not known what factors cause to the presence or absence of antagonistic bacteria in digested liquid. In the future, we will study more detail to clarify these factors. So finally, next slide, please. We would like to promote further research so that the decomposition and utilization of organic waste can be promoted and organic resources can be recycled. Thank you.